What's up everybody, welcome to my channel. In this video today I will be sharing with you how you can import and export data from SQL Server. So there are many reasons you may want to import or export data. A reason you may need to export data is that you may be working with consultants and you don't want to provide them access to your database. So what you do is that you're going to export the data to like an Excel sheet and give them that data. You don't want to give them access to your production environment. And the scenario where you may need to import data is that the development team may be pushing a new patch to production or deploying a new fix to production, and they have some data in a test server, and they can export that data and give it to you, or you can just connect to that test server and then import it to your production database so the application can then use that imported data. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. So let's jump into our SQL Server Management Studio and get started. So the first thing we're going to do is connect to our database instances. So this is one server. I believe it's not running. So let me start that up real quickly. And I'll be starting my Express instance as well. So let's try and reconnect. And I'm going to connect to the Express instance as well. Expand. So what I'll be doing is that I will be exporting data from this Azure Works 2019 database to this RDS test database down here. I'm just going to be exporting a single table. So right click on the database, select task, and then go down to export data. I don't want to see this wizard again, so I'm going to just check this, select next, and then you're going to be selecting your source. This can be from like a text file, a Oracle server, a Postgres server. It varies. So in this case it's a SQL server I'll be connecting to, so I'm going to be selecting SQL Server Native Client 11.0, and my database is already selected, and I'll be using Windows authentication. Select next, and then we're going to be selecting our destination server, which is my Express instance. So I'm going to be selecting server SQL Server Native Client 11.0. So let me just grab my server name here, connect, copy, and then paste. So now it should be able to pick up my desktop. So I'm going to be selecting the RDS test database, and I'll be using Windows authentication here. Select next. You can select to copy data from one or more tables or views, or you can write a query to transfer the data. So let's preview this real quick. So here you'd write the select statement that you want to get the data from the table or more than one tables, but for this case I'm just going to be copying a simple table to show you how to get that done. So I'll be just doing the departments table for now. Edit mapping just to ensure everything is fine. If you edit the SQL, you'll see the table that it will be creating. And from here you can also change the column types if you want. So let's preview the data and ensure everything is fine. Select next. So what it's going to do now, it's going to create a SSIS package to export and import the data into one of the table. So if it's a process, if it's a recurring process, then you could also save the SSIS package to the SQL server or the file system, and then you would have to create an encryption key to have that encryption key to run the package, but I'll leave that for another tutorial. So I'm just going to uncheck that, select next. This shouldn't take a long. So 16 rows transferred, close, and let's go to our database to validate. So let's expand tables. So let's validate by selecting the top 1000 rows. And this is our data. So the next thing we're going to do is that we're going to be simulating an import from like an Excel sheet or a CSV file. So what I'll be doing is that I'll be exporting a table from the AdventureWorks 2019 database and then save that to my file system, and then I'll just do an import manually into the database. So let's go back to the AdventureWorks 2019 database, task, export data. So I'm going to be selecting my source like just before, select next, and then we're going to be choosing our destination as a Excel sheet. You can also do a flat file, so I'm going to be using Excel, browse path, and I'm going to be saving this as my new table. So once this checkbox is checked, it's going to be saving the column names in the Excel sheet. So if it's not checked, you know it's not going to save it. So when you're importing it, it's important to know whether you have the headers in the Excel sheet as well. So let's go on next, and then let me select one of these tables and let's say country region, preview the data. Select next. Everything looks fine. Sometimes you will see errors with maybe the column name, and then you'd have to change it to the right thing that you want it to. And I'll be executing immediately. Finish. So let's just go to the location and validate the file is there. This is my data. So everything is all set. So let's go back to our SQL server and import it to our RDS test database. So scroll down to your database, task, and then import data. So this time our data source is going to be Excel. Then browse for the path where the file is located. Select my Excel sheet, open, select next. So we can also preview the data here. Everything looks fine. And then select the table that you want to import. You can also change the table name from here. So let's say prod, preview, everything is fine. So hit next and run immediately. So our data is copied to this table here. So let's validate that. Refresh our database, tables, and this is our table here. So let's select top 1000, and this is pretty much it. And as you can see, the row count down here to the end of the screen is the same 238 as previously mentioned. I hope this tutorial was of great help to you. If you want to see more tutorials like this, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.